Hey guys, you there? Just checking in.
Is John Taggart. The umpire is Mike Lynn. The line judge is Doug Nicholas. The head linesman is Angelo Lakota. And the back judge is Tim Young. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of the Lakota West High School. All fans are asked to respect the effort each of them put forth preparing for tonight's contest. We ask all attending to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, those administrating the contest, and of course, your team and your opponent. And as important as ever, please respect the game. Please welcome to the field, VFW Post 7696 and American Legion Post 681 as they present the colors of our nation. Please stand in honor and remembrance of our men and women in uniform who have made their sacrifice, to honor those in service to our country and those who support them. Please salute the symbol of our great nation as the Lakota West Marching Firebirds present the Star Spangled Banner.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's matchup between the Lakota West Firebirds and the Mason Comets, here live from Firebird Stadium on the campus of Lakota West. I'm Brent Phelan, along with...
I'm Larry Burks.
And we'll be calling the game for you today. Larry, it's an interesting matchup. Neither of these teams are where they wanted to be going in the season, right? Lakota West 6-2, 6-1 in the conference. Mason 4-4, 4-3 in the conference. But they both have made some progress. Lakota has won 6 in a row. Mason's won 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Lakota West. Oh, first of all, good to see you, Brent. It's hard to believe we're in week 9 of the football season. Week 9 already. Yeah, as we talked about a little earlier tonight, Lakota West front-loaded all the challenging games, or most of the hardest games, in the beginning of the season. And sometimes that's a scheduling benefit, or it can also come back to haunt you. But right now they're playing excellent football, and I expect them to play excellent football tonight and be the victor tonight here against the Mason.
So Mason is known for their defense. If we look at it from a GMC perspective, their defense is number 3 in the conference. Their offense is down at number 8. What would we expect to see tonight from Mason? Anything special that you're looking for?
Well, they have strong linebacker play. They seem to be the heart of the defense, of course. But I've said this before, just about every game we broadcast, I'm a firm believer that it starts up front. For whether it's offense or defense, it starts in the trenches with the linemen. If the defensive linemen can control the line of scrimmage, they may have a pretty good game tonight. But I really think the run attack and the overwhelming offense for West. And when I say overwhelming, it's gotten that much better this year after a few changes that West has made.
Now it's interesting, we look at Lakota West. Similarly, they're number 1 in the conference in defense and number 7 in offense. So a little bit better than Mason in both spots, which their record's a little bit better.
Right. And again, West has made some significant changes on the offensive side of the ball, and they're moving the ball better, more consistently. And they can, and I think they will tonight, overwhelm the Mason Comets with the offense.
Now, the one thing that is interesting is Mason does lead the GMC in rush defense. They're giving up only 68 yards a game. So it'll be interesting to see how that works for Lakota West, who's had a lot of success running the ball. That's been a hallmark of Tom Bolden teams here, both at Colerain and now at Lakota West, right? They run the ball.
Right. If you take a look at the averages across each quarter, though, Lakota West averages twice as many points per quarter than Mason does. So that's what I expect to see tonight. I expect to see a really good, strong performance by Mason, but I'm guessing 27-14, 27-17, 35-20, something like that. I think we're going to see some points tonight. In spite of the strong defenses that each team has, I really think we're going to see some offensive plays come to life tonight.
That would be interesting and very disappointing, I'm sure, to Coach Bolden if they gave up 20 points this night to Mason. But we'll see. Kicking off for Lakota West is number 19. That is Braden Benner. Braden Benner is kicking off and done a nice job this year.
Yeah. So, and, now that I've said that, it'll probably be a 17-7 score or something like that.
And there's the kickoff.
Yeah.
Benner's going to kick the ball to the 1-yard line, so it is returnable for Mason. A little bit of a stumble. Able to bring it up the middle, and a really nice return out to the 33-yard line. 34-yard line is where they're going to spot that.
32-yard return on the opening kickoff. That's not bad. That's excellent.
And it is funny. You see that a lot. Whether somebody bobbles the ball or they slip a little bit, it's almost like the defense sees it like a wounded animal, and they get out of their lanes, and they all go after it because they think, oh, boy, there's a chance to make a big play. And next thing you know, the guy's 33 yards away from where he started, and they're in pretty good field position.
Yeah, and there's some good blocking on that return, too.
Quinn Brown, number 12, is going to start at quarterback tonight for Mason.
He's 6'3", 205 pounds. That's a good size for a quarterback.
So there they are.
Oh,
they
yeah.
tried to go wide, and number 11, Jacob Asbeck, with the tackle, was able to get a hold of the jersey and was able to pull him into his arms. Didn't get caught for any kind of horse collar, right? He brought the jersey to him and tackled him with the body. So nice play by Jacob Asbeck. That's a loss of 5. So 2nd and 15 for Mason.
Look for a draw play, maybe a flat pass here. They have to try something that's not between the tackles here if they want to expect to get a first down.
So here we go again. Still in the shotgun, going to run it right up the middle.
Yeah.
That looks like number 4, Timmy. And he is a, runs the ball up the middle, fullback. Gained about a yard there, so it's going to be 3rd and 14. So pretty conservative play after that first play went south for him. Here's the replay. Just handed it straight up the middle. You can see great penetration right there from number 33 for Lakota West. It looked like the defensive line did a great job of standing everybody up, and then Grant Bierman, who's made a lot of plays this year from his inside linebacker spot.
If you're going to try and run that, you're going to have to blow the defense off the ball.
Quarterback's going to run right. He's going to throw the ball away. Nice catch short of the first down. So it's going to be about 4th and 3 from the 41-yard line.
That would have been a good play to run before. Now you could run you could open up the playbook at
3rd and short. Unfortunately, at 4th and short,
it doesn't work.
Your side of midfield, you're going to have to punt. So nice roll out there from number 12. But that's the tough part too. When with the defense chasing him, he only had a couple receivers in his line of sight by that point. They had really limited the field by pushing him out of the pocket.
They're coming after this punt.
Here they come. Left footer gets the ball away. Going to be caught back there inside the.
There was a clip. I saw a block in the back. I don't know. He didn't need to, but.
So Brennan Remy, number 1, with the return. Unfortunately for Brennan, he caught the ball just outside the 30, but as you mentioned, sure looked like a block in the back, which is going to probably move the ball back inside the 25. Well, there you go. We're going to wave the flag off. So Lakota West will start 1st and 10 for themselves at the 33-yard line.
It'd be great to see that again. Here we go, replay. Now watch to the right. There he was.
Just couldn't tell what happened. Yeah, right. But it sure looked like
he pushed him in the back.
Sure looked like the Lakota West blocker had his hands kind of up like it wasn't me.
Yeah.
So here we go. Sam Wiles at quarterback for Lakota West. He's going to play action, throw it down the middle.
Wow, big
Got Remy wide open, touchdown.
That's a touchdown. You're not going to catch him. There's some big offense right there.
There you have it.
Yeah.
So Sam Wiles, play action up the middle, dropped back and threw a absolute dart to Brennan Remy across the middle of the field.
Unfortunately, Mason's run defense did not apply here because that was a great crossing pattern over the middle, and you got 6 points out of it. First play of the game.
It's interesting. Brennan Remy had a great year last year, a lot of touchdowns. Had a little bit of a challenge. He's still number 5 in the conference in receiving, so it's not like he's having a terrible season. But with the changes at quarterback and some things going on, maybe not getting the number of catches. He had a little bit of injury coming into the season. But what's nice to see there is, he's definitely making plays, and he's right now committed to a smaller Division I school out in Missouri. Hard to think that maybe there's an opportunity somewhere or another. Now let's see what's going on here. Just trying to check out what the officials are having a lot of conversation themselves.
Oh my goodness.
So what's interesting, everybody lined up for the kick, and a penalty was called.
Well, the referees didn't announce a penalty.
See if we can get a handle on that one. That's, the band's all the way through the fight song before the officials even got their act together there. So the call is an eligible player downfield, which does happen sometimes on play action, right?
Wow.
So the penalty will be 5 yards. It will be 1st and 15 for Lakota West.
That's too bad. That was a great play.
Wiles hit him in stride, but see what they do now. So Remy is out left. Wiles in the backfield in the shotgun with a back behind him. Hands the ball right up the middle. Bounces it to the left. Looks like a gain of about 2 yards.
That was that run defense.
Yeah, that was Braden Johnson with the carry for Lakota West. number 22. He's a sophomore, and he's been getting a little more playing time recently.
I'd like to talk a little bit about that previous play where they didn't announce the penalty until, I wonder what the explanation would be for that.
Here we go. Wiles back to pass. Pushed out of the
nice touch pass.
So that's Remy again.
Yeah.
He's going to get the first down.
Nice.
What a nice play.
That showed a lot of poise from the quarterback there.
It looks like we have another flag in the backfield.
Oh,
Guessing that's going to be against Lakota West.
Was he across the line of scrimmage? I don't think so.
I would guess this isn't a place maybe of a they're going to wave the flag. So what, 5, 6 plays today? 3 flags, 2 waved.
2 waved.
Kind of interesting. First and 10, Lakota West from their own 47-yard line.
This should be interesting tonight.
Yeah, so that was Wiles. Flushed out of the pocket, scrambled. Looked like he was going to run. Looked like he might have been able to get a few yards. Found Remy coming with him. Nice reaction by Remy, right? He came in with the quarterback and was able to catch the ball and make it into a much bigger play.
Yeah, very good play.
Now the officials look like they're going to have some conversation. The Mason coach is out on the field. He seems a little confused as well how the flag got picked up.
He's not the only one.
Yeah.
I would, 2 plays in a row where I'm wondering what the flag was for.
So we see the coach put his play sheet in front of his face. Usually that means he's thinking he's going to say something he doesn't want to say.
Right. He
Hard
doesn't want anyone to read his lips.
Yeah, hard to argue that. I also have no idea how he's allowed on the field to have that conversation, how they're allowed to huddle up over there. Obviously, our officials are week 9, you said.
Yeah.
Week 9. You wouldn't expect this type of confusion here. So let's see if the game can get started a little bit cleaner now. So first and 10 for Lakota West, their own 47-yard line. Wiles is in shotgun.
Remy's wide out left.
Keep an eye on him. Hard count.
Motion, move the linebackers. Oh, quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback did a nice read there, right?
Yeah.
Everybody on the defense thought that Junior Gonzalez, number 24, was going to get the carry. Wiles held it now, as we talked again, Mason defense.
Yeah, it was a good assignment football right there. They had the quarterback all the way. They had the read correct.
And we'll watch this here. It looks like it probably would have been a tackle for a loss had Gonzalez got it.
Yeah.
Instead, the quarterback was able to advance it for a 1.5 gain. Second and long 8 for Lakota West. Here we go again. Wiles back.
They're getting really aggressive there in the front line and linebackers. Watch the linebackers cheat up. And
get play action again.
Oh.
Had an open receiver out there. Just looked like it was a little timing off. That was Giovanni Wilson, number 4, out there on a out pattern of some sort. He thought he was open. The quarterback thought he was open, but they just don't connect. We'll see the play action here. Fakes it to Gonzalez. Steps back, throws it. Looked like he got a little sidearm to him. And I think it probably, tailed on him a little bit to his left.
It might have been a little bit behind him as well there on the sideline. It's hard to tell from this angle, but it looked like it went behind him.
So 3rd and 9. Wiles with 1 back. Fakes it up again. Play action. Good protection. He's going to look at downfield.
Oh,
could not pull it in. Pretty good throw to Giovanni Wilson down the sideline, but couldn't pull it in, so that's going to be 4th down. Lakota West is going to be forced to punt.
Good coverage on defense. A little more air on the ball, a little deeper ball. It would have probably been a touchdown.
A little tough, right? Right-hander running left toward the line of scrimmage. Just, defense was in good position.
But what I was impressed with was how he stepped up into the pocket and then found a good lane to move into and then throw the ball.
So Lakota West is going to punt it. Good high punt. Going to be caught and fair caught inside his 15-yard line. Looks like Mason is going to start their second possession at the 13-yard line. So a lot of action that we can't really see on the scoreboard, any action.
Right. Well, it was on the scoreboard. And then 5 minutes later, they took it off. That's an exaggeration, of course, but
Barely.
in football time, that was a long time, right?
Yeah, that was barely
That was as
an
long as I've
exaggeration.
experienced.
So we'll see what happens here now. Mason's second possession out here. So we know they struggled to run the ball. They had one nice gain throwing the ball. Unfortunately, it was on third down, and it was short of the first down. So we'll see what they do this time around. Starting with not nearly as good a field position, about 20 yards back from where they started the first time. Going to throw it out to the wing.
Good coverage.
Boy, Lakota West is fast to the ball.
Yeah.
They are a tough team to try to go east and west on.
And you know, they're really smart and disciplined in assignment football, right? They had that entire flat cover.
Yeah, so Brown threw it out to number 10. That's Chase Blevins, and there was just nothing there. He gained 2.
Yep.
But he was hoping to take that ball to the outside. It wasn't there. Cut it back and smartly buried his nose in there and got 2 out of it.
They want to try and spread that defense out a little bit by working the ball to the perimeter.
Second and 8.
Yep. And then they can start to run the ball a little bit.
So a little bit of a counter step from the quarterback, and then Brown followed the running back up the middle. Was able to get about 5.
Was that a counter or was that a broken play?
Well, good question. You'll see the right foot step, so there's the counter step.
Yeah.
There is a lead blocker came in front of him, so I think that was supposed to be the quarterback counter.
Yeah.
Gained about 5, so that's going to be 3rd and 4.
I think the fake running back took off on him a little bit too quick.
Yeah, definitely didn't get any
If he'd had him a little more time, just a half a second longer, that hole may have opened up a little more.
And I think somebody might have tried to cover or the guy that he could have faked to. Right. The play action wasn't much of an action when the back wasn't close enough to him. It looks like Mason's going to have to take a timeout here.
That back needs to fake and then take off.
So 6 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the first quarter from Lakota Firebird Stadium. Mason is in a 3rd and 4. This is their second third down of the game. They were unsuccessful the first time. See what they can do this time. But as you talked about on the last one, the 3rd and long, they were able to get 6 or 7 yards, which was short of the first.
Right.
That 6 or 7 yard gain here would be successful, would move the chains.
Right.
So do you think they try something like that again? That was a rollout.
Why not? It worked. Right. And then in this instance, if you recall the previous play, it was a little bit more than 6 yards to go. It would have gotten them closer to a first down on a second down.
Absolutely.
But instead, they ran it on a third down. But here it gives you an option for the quarterback to tuck and run and get to 6 yards if it's open.
And they have tried to get him on the edge.
Right.
Get him into a run-pass option out there. So give some options, make a defender have to make a decision. So here we go. We still have number 12, Brown, in the backfield. Next to him is number 10, and that's Chase Blevins, the running back. Motion's coming around. Fakes that. It's going to nice bootleg action.
Good play.
You got the tight end, number 88.
Play.
He's still running down past the 40-yard line. So really nice
down
play.
To the 45-yard line. There are 2 positions that I really, really like on offense. And that's the fullback and the tight end, because they are ball handlers, skill players that you really seldom see their skill in college football or pro football. But here, that was an excellent play for a high school a tight end. He's a big kid.
Yeah, number 88 there, Staley, with the nice run and catch on the bootleg action. Here we got a quick action out here, incomplete, but it wasn't going anywhere. Actually, I think if number 27 would have caught that ball there, Brandon Dunn, he probably would have lost a yard or 2. So the fact that it ball went through his hands probably didn't negatively impact the Mason offense much. It'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Once again, as we see, it is hard to go side to side with Lakota West.
Right.
I mean, they tried to throw that ball, guy moving out this way, and there were 2 defenders out there.
But Mason's doing it the right way. They're countering that with action in the backfield to get them moving one way, and then play the opposite direction that they're moving. Right?
Quick out from number 12. Good effort. That was a nice effort. Looked like he was going to Chase Blevins, number 10, was going to be tackled for maybe only 3 or 4 yards. He fought his way through and ended up getting 8. So instead of a 3rd and 6, it's now a 3rd and 3.
This is where West really needs to attack the runner, right? With gang tackling, and trying to go after stripping that ball, right?
Looked like that was number 5, Drew Minnick, on the tackle. Tried to tackle him high, and the receiver was able to slip out and get a couple extra yards. Here we go. First time under center. They're going to run it up the middle to the I-back, and just nothing. There's some large bodies in the middle of that Lakota West defense, and very few larger than number 7, Elijah Davis.
Yeah.
That's a senior who's been out here. We've seen him for a number of years, and running the ball against him up the middle that's a long night.
Right. That's why they're so successful at stopping the run, is they can plug up the middle. Mason's on the right track, though. They need to work the ball to the outside with passes and counters. And
so are you going to go for it here? It's 4th and 2, just over midfield at the Lakota West.
They're going to get them
48-yard line. So here we go, under center again. I guess if they were to get the 2 yards again, it would be darn close. So first down, nope. And here we go. Timeout from Mason as the play clock was about to expire.
Get him jump.
Hard count. Yeah, they were just trying to do that. Now
worth a try.
Now you've taken your timeout. Do you go for it? I mean, Mason's going to need to make something happen here, right?
You're on the 50 here. It's the 48 of West, essentially midfield. I really think you can punt it and get them inside the 10 here if it's a decent punt, and play the field position game, because their defense is holding up pretty well, with that one exception of the long pass that was called back. They've held up pretty well. I would punt it.
So here we go, 4th and 2 from the Lakota West 48-yard line. When we look through the plays so far, more than half of Mason's plays have not gained 2 yards.
Right.
So if you just do the statistics, the likelihood of this play gaining the needed 2 yards or more is less than 50%. Right. And boy, do you want to give the ball to Lakota West at midfield if you don't make it. Running the ball up the middle, I mean, last time they tried quarterback under center, fullback, right, traditional I formation, and tried to run it right up there and got about a yard and a half. Here they go. So Brown is in the shotgun this time, though.
They're going to pass it.
See what they do. Quarterback's just going to run it himself, and boy, it's going to depend on the spot. As we know, it's a first down one way or the other.
Yeah.
The line judge from this side sprinted in there to mark it, so he had a good read on it.
Wow, it's close.
They're going to bring the chains out.
Yeah. It looks like he might have made it. It's hard to tell from here, though.
It sure is hard to tell. I mean, this is they were just joking the other night, Thursday Night Football. They had the official helping in the booth, who did the credit card. If you remember back in the day, it was that close that they had to put a credit card to see if it made it or not.
Yeah, he actually looking at it now at this angle, he might be a little short.
This is close. This is definitely one of those where it's going to be within a half a ball, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here. See how tight they are at Lakota West. See how tight they pull that chain. Wow. Wow.
I still don't know.
That's first down. They're calling it a first down.
Oh, wow.
It was close, and we didn't see any signal from the official. We saw the Mason sideline, who was lined up perfectly.
I haven't been real happy with the signaling of the officials here. It's just like, what he point.
Yeah. So here we go. It's 1st and 10 Mason from the Lakota West 46-yard line. They're going to pitch the ball wide.
Good gain.
Yeah, going to be a solid. Yeah, about
3-4 yards.
Solid gain.
Yep.
To the right side. Now that's kind of the fullback on the pitch, which is a little bit of a different play. They've got a couple tailback types that they run a little bit more, but that time they went with the fullback.
Keep running the sweeps or the off tackles left and right, and get them going, because like you said, Lakota West is pretty stout in the middle. But eventually maybe run a counter over the guard or over the center.
Quarterback
nice
reads it, keeps it. Nice tackle there.
Assignment football.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle by number 20, Finn Mason. I think he kept him to about 3 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. I tell you what, this is like old school, right? 3 yards, 3 yards. Now with turf, there's no cloud of dust.
Right.
But they're going to need a little bit more than 3 yards on this play, or they're going to have to be going on fourth down again. So we'll see what happens here. Taking a lot of time to break the huddle here. Only 10 seconds left to run this play.
Better hurry up.
Yeah, so not going to have a whole lot of time to change anything up. Quarterback's going under center. One back deep. They're going to pitch to him again to the right side. Makes a nice first cutback and
Nice.
more. Yeah, first down and more. Nice cutback.
Yeah. Working it to the outside.
That's Chase Blevins with the carry. We've seen him downfield as a receiver. We've seen him come out of the backfield. There was a nice run. He made one cut and got up the field.
Yeah, he showed good maneuverability through the traffic. Some really good blocking on the outside, on the edge, pushing the ends out or in, and the defensive backs back. So
first and 10 from the Lakota West 33-yard line. Mason under center again. They've actually had some success under center. Going to switch it up from strong right to strong left, moving 3 receivers over. You saw the trap block, came back with the tight end and made the nice catch and run earlier. Came back to the right side and tried to kick out the end, but not much there at all. We're going to see it here.
There, yeah, the hole was there, but it filled up quickly. Good block, good position by the tight end, but the linebackers closed in.
Looked like Flores and Bierman, I think, maybe on that tackle, which is something we do hear a lot of this season, is tackle by Bierman. So nice play, 2nd and 8 for Mason. Boy, it's been a nice drive, right? Nothing fancy.
No, it's a solid drive. They're burning a lot of clock.
But they've had a nice play here. Yeah, under 2 minutes to go. And just as we talk about that, he's going to lose about 4 yards.
Yeah. They're on to that pitch to the outside.
So that was Blevins again trying to run the ball. It's going to end up being a 3rd and 12 here.
Yeah, they're going to have to pass.
Still at the 35-yard line, so still within range here, but they've only had a couple plays that have made it 12 yards. So what are you doing here? Are you going to try to get some underneath, get 7 or 8?
I'm looking for a blitz from the defense, so I'm going to look for something at that level, at that second level, in front of the defensive backs, because those linebackers are coming up really hard. So look for a curl, maybe 4 or 5 yards short of the first down.
Just a quick throw and catch out to 14. Nice block. I don't know if you caught that. No, good effort. Number 27 for Mason. Still going to be short of the first down.
Good try, though.
Now let's see where they spot him. It's going to be real close.
Yeah,
but it was
a little short.
It was a nice play, right? They brought 27 in motion. He went down, blocked the defensive back. They threw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, so 14 made the catch.
It's 4th and less than a yard, so
we know they're going for it here at the 25-yard line.
I don't know how good their field goal kicker is. This would be 35, 40-yard field goal.
Here we go.
40-yard.
We're going to see Brown under center here. See if he keeps it himself. He got an I formation. He's going to try to keep it himself. He didn't get much at all. And actually, his knee went down. I think he did not get it. Looks like that's Lakota West ball. Unfortunately for the quarterback, when he tried to make an extra push, his knee went down.
Right.
So when you saw that, they came in and spotted him back. So he actually lost on the play. You'll see it here, right? He goes down and goes to a knee before he tries to advance the ball.
Yeah, they should have just handed it off to the running back.
So unfortunately for Mason, under high school rules, when your knee touches the ground right there, he's done. And you see it touched it right about the yard line. They gave him a very fair spot.
Yeah.
So Lakota West holds. First and 10 Lakota West from their own 25-yard line.
It was a solid drive, though. A solid drive by Mason. Doing the right things, getting the ball to the outside, finding the gaps in the coverage. And
so if you think about that, they started inside their own 15, so it's a 60-plus yard drive for no points. That can be a little frustrating for the offense. Here we go again. Going to hand the ball up the middle. Lakota West, he's going to gain almost 5 yards. They're going to mark him real close to the 30-yard line.
It's a good.
Looked a little confusing there between the handoff here between the quarterback and the running back. That was Giovanni Wilson, number 4, running the ball. Let's take a look at that again, or maybe not. But looked like both the quarterback and the running back were kind of standing still at the point of handoff. But still, 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 for Lakota West at the 30-yard line. Here, we'll see this. See if there's a little I think it's just a read. It was just the quarterback was making a decision. And that is the end of the first quarter. So from Firebird Stadium, at the end of one, Lakota West, nothing, and Mason, nothing.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Hey, Monica.
Hey.
Welcome back here for the second quarter of this matchup between Mason and Lakota West. I'm Brent Phelan, along with
Firebirds.
and we'll be calling the second quarter for you as well. So, Larry, first quarter, a little bit of offense or almost offense, but no points.
Yes, Mason did a good job. Drove the ball 60 yards down to the 25 and stalled out. Lakota West defense bowed up and stopped them on a 4th and short. And now they have the ball on their own 30-yard line.
So here they go, 2nd and 5 from the 30 for Lakota West. Sam Wiles back, hands the ball up the middle, finds a hole up the middle, nice run. Going to get the first down, gain of almost 7 there from Junior Gonzalez.
Really good patience from the back here. He's looking for his blockers, looking for the holes. Nice blocking up front.
Just a nice play, right?
Yep.
That's so 2 plays, 12 yards, and onward down the field for Lakota West. So 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line.
Just the opposite of Mason. They were going straight up the middle there between the guard and the tackle. There's another one.
Right up the middle again, another nice gain. Oh, nice spin.
Spin out.
That's Junior Gonzalez again, I believe. We'll make sure that's 24. Yeah, it is. Gonzalez. We'll also see number 22, some for Lakota West. That's why I always want to make sure of that.
You're not going to arm tackle Gonzalez. Those linebackers have to hit him. If you look here, they just try and grab him. He's not that type of back.
No, Gavin Lowry tried with the arms, and he advanced it, so it's 2nd and 2 from the 45-yard line.
And if the first defender is going anywhere above the waist, chances are he's not going to make the tackle.
Snap was a little bit high, but controlled nicely by Wiles. Was able to hand the ball off, and that's where I mentioned earlier. Number 22, Braden Johnson, the sophomore running back, got the carry there. You're going to see him go around, 2 guys pulling. See 57 and 74 for Lakota West, taking that ball around the right side.
It looks like they're dominating that line of scrimmage here with the run game. And it's impressive because Mason's a pretty stout defensive team with the run. Talked about that earlier.
So 57, Rogan McKinley with the lead there at 1st and 10 for Lakota West at the Mason 45-yard line. Going to throw it out to Remy. Kept his feet barely. Fought hard to get about 6 yards, so looks like they're going to spot him at 5.
That was a good first down play.
Sure was, yeah. So Wiles just quickly throws it out to Remy. He just stepped out there. He slipped, but he was able to keep the knee off the ground.
One of the benefits of those flat passes is it works those corners up a little bit. So once those corners come up, you can start to look for that deeper pass down the sideline. You get them fake to that flat or get them to run a short curl and then a stop and go.
Especially when you're able to get 5 yards out of it.
And your offensive line can block.
Play action up the middle to Gonzalez. Going to throw the ball long to the corner intended. Down the sideline there. So that's Trey Barnett. 14 was the intended receiver.
He was pretty well covered.
Yeah, pretty good coverage. Ball led him just a little much here. We'll see this, but it's still 3rd and very manageable at 5.
Well, I think he threw it to space, not the receiver, right? He was trying to get it to the space that the receiver could get to.
And that was one of those where the defender created enough obstacle that Barnett didn't quite get where he wanted to get.
Coverage.
You're exactly right. Good coverage. So here we go, 3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line. Big play for Lakota West offense. Wiles in the shotgun by himself. He's going to run it. He's got to make somebody miss.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, I think he believed there was an opening to the left side, but Mason, number 92, jumped up there and filled that pretty quickly. And once that happens, that's John Hendricks. You're going to see him here. He's going to roll left, thinking he's got room. And you're going to see a couple of different guys
He better
there.
tuck that ball away. Otherwise, he's lucky he's hanging on to it right now.
Number 1, Kai Wolfel, missed him, but he still was able to get him for, the team got him for a 1-yard loss. So Lakota West is going to be punting from the Mason side of the field. Marquardt is back to punt. Mason does have one guy deep. They're kind of checking it out. They're not too sure about it.
That's a good punt.
Punt returner tried to fool everybody, and I guess it worked as the ball goes in the end zone for the touchback. So Mason will start at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. So last time they started inside the 15, advanced it all the way down into Lakota West territory. See what they can do this time.
West ran 5-6 really good run plays, and then they seemed to look to the pass to get things done, and that didn't work. So it makes me wonder why they ran like 3 pass plays right in a row. I understand one of them because it was like 3rd and long, but you think you want to stick with the plays that got you to the point where you are, right? If it works, keep running it until they stop it.
You would think.
Yeah.
So here we go. Lakota West on defense, straight up the middle from Mason. Quarterback's going to run the ball in the keeper. Brown, that was a nice run, but again, because he's starting 7 yards back in that shotgun, looked like a nice run for about 2-yard gain.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to set something up there, like a quarterback jump pass to a tight end or something like that with that. Who knows, because I've seen that a lot. They'll run up to the line of scrimmage and then just pass it from the line of scrimmage.
It'll be interesting to see when we look at their offense this year.
Yeah.
I think you're giving them a lot of credit. They haven't had a whole lot of offense. They're averaging under 230 yards a game.
Okay, well.
I think what they're trying to do is shorten the game, control the ball, let their defense do its job, and if they can figure out a way to get some points on the board, I think that would be big. I think that's what was so disappointing for them last time. They were so close to getting into scoring range and didn't make it. So Asbeck with the tackle for Lakota West, number 11. That'll bring a 3rd and a long 3.
I like Mason's quarterback, though, and he's, pretty talented. I thought, the game's still not over yet, so let's not abandon on the fireworks.
There's no points on the board.
Yeah, but it's I still think there's a probability that we're going to start seeing some offense here.
So here we go, shotgun, going to hand the ball up the middle, and it's tackled for a loss. But I don't know that that's going to work out for him.
That's not the type of offense I was talking about, but yeah, that's exciting. So it was a good run, good effort.
Good effort. Yeah. Unfortunately, he avoided the first tackle there, and actually went backwards from there and ended up losing another couple yards for Mason. So that's going to put up a 4th and way long. If you recall, they started at their 20. They're now at the 21, so 4th and 9. And the quarterback is also the punter, so keep that in mind at different times throughout this game.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure that's not the case here. Left footer gets it away. Good spiral. Remy's going to let it drop, and it's taking a big run for Mason. He's going to pick it up on the scoop. I think I think Brennan was concerned about the fact that maybe he didn't make a great decision not catching the ball, so he picked it up and was able to get it back out to the 35-yard line.
I liked the blockers for Mason there, or I'm sorry, West. He had a chance to hit someone, but he didn't need to, so he didn't. So that was smart thinking. That was smart play there. Why risk a penalty?
So what do you think we're going to do here? They had some success running the ball or the quick pass
I don't
last
know.
time.
I think they should stick to the run because that was working.
They got a bit off schedule when they tried that deep pass. So Wiles in the backfield along with Gonzalez. He's play action to Gonzalez. He's back to pass. He's going to roll it. Looks like nothing there, and he's going to go down for a loss. Quarterback was trying to talk to his receivers or point to his receivers downfield, see if he could get a move. That's Kai Wolfel. He's a Army commit. He's a good player.
Good player, yeah.
He's the captain definitely of this Mason defense, or leader of this defense.
Well, I wonder if they ran out of run plays
Second.
Or they may be running a script.
Second.
Because I know a lot of teams will run a script the first 15, 20 plays, right?
Second and 14 here. Wiles back to pass. He's going to actually try to keep the ball right up the middle. A little bit more room to work with here. He's going to lunge forward and get that to manageable, right? Yep. So from second and 14, he's going to get that to about 3rd and 6.
He got that sack yardage back.
Got that back plus more. Now it actually gives you options, right? I mean, at 3rd and 6, you don't have to throw the ball deep downfield.
It makes me wonder, though, what that pass play was. If it was specifically designed for one position and one player, or if he just abandoned his checkdowns and just decided to run the ball.
Here we go. 5:42 to go in the second quarter. Lakota West with the ball at 3rd and 6. Wiles back, straight drop back. He's going to throw the ball to the outside the hands of Giovanni Wilson, number 4.
Good play.
So it's going to be incomplete.
Just didn't connect.
You know, and I think the challenge would have been, even if he caught that, it would have been 4th and short. That was short of the first down where the receiver and the ball intersected. So still in Lakota West territory, probably not one they would go for. So Mark Hort back again for punt.
Yeah, the receiver needed to be another yard or 2 down the field to make that work.
So here we go, 4th and 6, Lakota West in punt formation.
Short, nice one hopper.
Yeah,
he handled that pretty well.
Snap was a little short. Good high kick. It's unfortunately went right out of bounds. Yep. And so it actually looks like it's going to be Mason ball around their 34-yard line. So here we are, 5:24 remaining in the second quarter. Mason is going to start on the 34-yard line. If we rewound the 6.5 minutes of this quarter, the 12 minutes of the first quarter, this is exactly where they started, right?
Yep.
1st and 10 from the 34 after the opening
right.
kickoff. And
it's starting all over again,
so
right?
that's where we are, just they're going different direction. So we'll see what Mason does here. Mason has not had a lot of success running the ball. They had one nice pass play to the tight end that probably has almost half their yards so far tonight. See what Brown does. He's going to fake the pitch.
Good pitch.
Counter step.
Oh, he's deep. Oh, why'd the receiver? Oh.
Threw the ball to the same receiver, number 88. And a similar play.
I was looking at number 2. That's number 2.
So you're going to see this. He's going to do a pirouette. The pitch, fakes left, roll, bootleg action to the right, similar to the play that was successful.
Oh, he should have had that.
And just was unable to catch it. And you can tell there was nobody within 5 yards of the receiver.
Well, what's the old saying? It hit him in the wrong spot, right in the hands. Is that it?
I think you're exactly right.
But he had number 2 deep as well.
I had a high school coach who would have said, this ain't dodgeball.
Yeah, that's good.
Pitch to the left. Mason did a nice tackle.
Nice tackle.
What a great play by number 20 for Lakota West there. He really fired up into the backfield and was able to make that play. That's Finn Mason again. We've called his name a couple of times with good tackles. Look at that tackle.
Corner, right?
He came out from 5 or 8 yards off the line of scrimmage and made that play 2 yards or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 12 for Mason with 4:52 to go. If Lakota West is going to try to score before the half, pretty big defensive play here. You need to get a stop, get that ball back, and see if the offense can put something together.
You know, this even though this isn't panning out the way I predicted, it's still working to Mason's advantage, if you ask me. That
screenplay, to Blevins, and it was a combination of things there, right? It looked like one of the Lakota West defenders read it pretty quick, but fired way back there, so got into it, and then the rest of the defensive line was still engaged, and they were right there with the blockers. Really nice play there. Looks like that was 7 Elijah Davis again. So not only is he kind of pretty stout up the middle, but did a nice read there on the screen and was able to make the tackle for a gain of 1 yard. So 4th down, Mason.
Yeah, if they go into half at 0-0, Mason should be pretty happy with that. They're still in the game.
So Remy is back.
Potential to win the game.
Good high kick. Remy had to fair catch it at his 34-yard line. So here we go, 3:50 to go in the second quarter. No score on the board between Mason and Lakota West. Lakota West ball 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
Lakota West looks pretty confident with their pass game, even though it may not be exactly the way they wanted it to go. I don't think they're going to stop passing. I think they really want to get the ball down the field and get into scoring position. And the only way to do that in 3.5 minutes is with the pass.
They're going to have to do something. And we know Mason's got a great run defense, especially with Woolfolk there in the middle. So here we go. Lakota West is going to hand the ball off to Braden Johnson. Started to go right, cut it back up. Is going to gain about 4 yards. Oh, late flag on the play. Didn't see what that is. Something happened at the end of the pile.
Someone trying to pull someone off the pile or something?
And I do see one of the Lakota West offensive linemen with his helmet pulled off. So we'll see if, and they're not sending him off the field, which usually means the other team did it.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you just lost your helmet.
Oh, someone's down too.
Now we'd also have an injury there among the line. Take a look at what we have going down on now here. It looks like Christian O'Neill, number 77, I believe, is on the ground. See if we can, what happens here. So there's Johnson. Plays trying to go right, cuts it back, does a nice job. 77 is right there. Looks like his ankle got rolled up on. You can see it right there. The defensive player landed on his right ankle. You see him reach for it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then you can see the Mason player
number 94.
Yeah, took the helmet right off number 76 for Lakota West. That's Carson Stanley. Wow, that's kind of interesting. We'll see that again. I think what was happening there, Stanley ended up on top of that player. The player took some offense to it, whether or not he didn't get off fast enough, or he was, who knows what it was. And unfortunately for Mason, he grabbed the first thing that was closest, which was his helmet. And taking that player's helmet off is never good. That will be a 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10 for Lakota West with 3:40 to go. And they're at the Mason 46-yard line.
Now here's a good opportunity to take one over the top. Right here.
I agree.
Line up,
right?
Remy wide, and just go after it. And a deep ball would be a good opportunity right now.
See what they do here. We've got Remy and
a little lag in the play, make them think about that penalty. And next,
so Remy and Barnett both on the left side. Yeah. Two guys that made a lot was We're going to fake the
running it.
Interesting play there. It was a handoff to the right. Wiles continued the fake and was taken down pretty aggressively by the defender.
The run's working.
We're going to see this again, right? He fakes the handoff and
fake.
got hit pretty hard, which it's always interesting. In the old days, we talked about that. That was perfectly fine. Yeah. Nowadays, I'm pretty sure he knew he didn't have the ball.
Yeah.
So, when you take 3 steps after he got rid of the ball, it gets a little bit more challenging. But hey, he is carrying out a fake. Should be eligible to be hit. So 2nd and 10, no gain on that play by Johnson going to the right. Maybe a half-yard gain. Wiles back. Fakes the handoff, play action again. Throws the ball right to the middle of the field to Remy. Nice move, quick move.
Good first down.
Brendan Remy is a nice player out there, right? He makes a lot of catches, that's for sure.
He found a gap in the zone coverage there. The linebackers were crashing up because of the fake.
So that's going to be a first down for Lakota West inside the 30-yard line of Mason.
That made that play open.
You know what's interesting, you talk about that, I don't know if you watched the NFL game last night, but they were showing how, in different setup, but where Kelsey does a lot of that. Here we go again, number 4, Giovanni Wilson. Fortunately, the tackle is going to push him downfield. He's going to gain about 6 or 7 out of that.
Kelsey, well, I was talking about that with my son last night. He plays in the gray area. Routes are ran in areas, right? But if that area is covered, Kelsey likes to move out of that area regardless of what the route is.
And that's the key, right?
And he and Mahomes have that connection, and Mahomes knows Kelsey's going to move if that area is covered.
Right. He knows he's in the middle of the field.
Which
it's
is
just
why,
a matter of...
That's why he's always open.
That's why he's open, because he moves with the flow of the quarterback. Looks like Lakota West is going to take a timeout here, 2nd and 5 with 1:37 to go. Ball is at the 23-yard line of Mason.
This is a really good drive with a little help from the personal foul.
Sure didn't hurt.
Yeah.
15 yards there. That moved him from Lakota West territory into Mason territory. That was kind of big too, and I think it was pretty big from the perspective of it's a little demoralizing for Mason. Mason's played some great defense. Yeah. And all of a sudden, the other team's now a couple first downs, then you give them 15 more yards. Before you know it, it's like, wow, they're already in our territory.
Mason has to hope they can get away with, maybe a turnover, field goal. Turnover would be best case scenario here, right? But if they can hold him to a field goal, and West has a pretty good field goal.
Benner's a pretty good kicker, huh?
I think they're in range now. to at least try if they have to. But they're 2nd and 5, and they can really open the playbook here.
So Lakota West still with 2 timeouts left with a minute 37 to go. Wiles is going to cut outside. They're going to go deep again, but he just overthrew him. Boy, that time Barnett was open.
And he ran a great route, a very sharp route. The defender was still on him, but the pass was a little overthrown. If you just put a little more air on it and let him run under it, that might have been.
And the other thing, if you notice there, he threw it on the go.
Run, yeah.
Sometimes if you stop, set yourself, throw it.
That might not have been as far off as you think. If we could get that replayed one more time, that'd be awesome. Because it looked like the receiver wasn't even looking for the ball.
So 3rd and 5 here. This is a big play, right? Minute 32 to go. But more importantly, if you don't get the first down here, you're probably trying a field goal. It would be in the 41-yard range. Wiles back. You're going to run the option to the left or an option look. Quarterback ball bounced off the hands of the back. He did field it, but went right out of bounds there. Actually, he's going to lose yards. So it's going to get real interesting here. You're made that kick a little bit harder.
Yeah.
See where they're going to actually spot it. Looks like they're moving it close to the 25-yard line. So
hit him right in the wrong spot.
They're going to spot the ball at the 32. So Benner is lining up for a 42-yard field goal attempt. Snap, hold, kick.
He's wide.
Looks like he's wide.
Short.
Yep. So no good. Mason holds there with 1:23 to go in the first half. Mason's going to take over. First and 10.
That's a great stop for Mason, right?
You know, what's interesting, Larry, is twice now Lakota West has thrown the ball deep, and both times they failed to even get a first down after it. I hate to say wasted a play, but they've taken a play that it looked like had they kept moving the ball in the same way, they would have continued to advance for first downs. Now I get it, a minute and a half to go.
Brent, how many times have you seen them run off guard, off center in the last 2 series?
Yeah,
that's what got them. That's what got them all the yards in the first quarter, was between the tackles. They were running the ball between the tackles. And I haven't seen him run those plays anymore.
See what Mason does here. Mason has 1 timeout remaining. Lakota West has 2 with a minute 23 to go. See what happens on this first field play, and it's just going to be the quarterback's going to run up the middle.
Sneak.
See if Lakota West takes a timeout.
Interesting.
They do not. So it looks like, based on that gain of about 3 for Brown, it looks like everybody's going to be willing to move this ball into halftime.
Well, my fireworks are not showing up tonight. Wrong again.
Now, the question I have for you, do you feel like it's been great defense, or has it been some errors on the offense?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both, because there's been a lack of misconnections, a lot of misconnections.
So Mason looked like they're trying to run the clock out. They ran the ball wide. Running back cut it back inside so as not to go out of bounds.
Right.
Making it 3rd and long, 3rd and 7. So Lakota West took the timeout now with 45 seconds to go.
Timeout.
And you know what? When you have Remy as your punt returner, if you can force a punt, you have a chance of getting that ball back into Mason territory and maybe getting a play or 2 or a field goal opportunity. So I think that's a pretty good decision.
Yeah, not to mention that very first play they ran that was called back. Why not call that up again for the last play of the half?
So we'll see what happens here. Lakota West still has a timeout. So now if you're Mason, do you throw the ball? Because if you run it again, West uses their timeout. If you don't get the first down, you're punting. So it gets a little more challenging, right? You really need that first down. At minimum, do you run the bootleg to the tight end again?
You could try that. That'll burn a few extra seconds off the clock, right? And if you complete it,
it should be easily caught. Whether you get the first down or not is a different question, but it's...
You hope for a first down, though, right?
Yeah. See what he does here. Just drops straight back. Good pressure from Lakota West. They're going to run him out to the sideline. Quarterback wants to throw it. He's just going to throw it away.
Yeah. He had a couple options there that he could have tried, but they were risky. I think they were covered, and a good defensive play would have cost him an interception. But
he was able to run 8 seconds off, so there's only 37 seconds left in the half. Mason's going to be punting from their own 22-yard line. Remy is standing around midfield. So is this one of those where, you know, a couple punts have been short of him, right, and have bounced past? So do you play it fairly tight? If you catch it, you get great field position. If you don't, who cares? You're going to run the half out anyway, right? So there's no advantage to not catching this punt. I think it's really important that you play it short, that where you think you can get it. So we'll see what happens. Left footer kicks, some good pressure, good high kick again. He does take the fair catch and
let it bounce.
Let it bounce. Now I think he's a little unsure what to do after
now it's going to roll for a little bit, and they just lost 7-8 seconds.
Yeah, so the ball's to the 30-yard line. Clock's still running at 22 seconds.
He should have fair caught it.
Yeah, I think that just looked like I don't want to say lost it in the lights, but it looked like the ball was spiraling straight down. I mean, it was a kind of a weird.
It was a
weird kick the way the ball was coming down. It wasn't in an over end. Wasn't like a normal punt spiral. It turned over and was coming straight down. So I think that
it was pretty high. Maybe he couldn't see it clearly, because if it gets over the lights,
then it comes back.
And then it comes back. It's hard to see. So
21 seconds here. Speaking of the devil, I think that may have been the same play, or a very similar play to the long one that was called back, right?
Right.
Had Remy in the middle with receivers pulling everybody to the outsides.
Yeah, and they're in a prevent defense too, which is going to make that pass even harder.
Just overthrew him though. Boy, looked like there was a pretty good throwing lane to get there.
Run it again. He was wide open.
It gets interesting, right? You start to wonder.
Run it again.
But if you did it there, 2nd and 10 with 17 seconds to go, looks like the Mason is going to come up and jam the receivers. There we go again. Going to try something across the sideline. Does catch it, but I think he's out of bounds, right? Now they had a couple receivers on this side, but it looked like that was almost one receiver in his mind, right? He looked left as the fake before the receivers even went out there, threw the ball, and not nice catch by Remy, but well out of bounds.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Now it's 3rd down and 10 yards to go with 12 seconds to go in the half. Question is, do you try something here? I mean, the likelihood of having success here and either going for a touchdown or getting something stopped versus something bad happening starts to balance out a little bit here.
I go for it.
See what they do. Wiles is going to go back. He's going to tape the ball himself. He's going to get a decent gain up the middle. So now you got a 1st and 10 with 6 seconds. I'm sure you take the timeout here. Ball's at the 45-yard line. There it is. Last timeout for Lakota West.
Yeah.
You get at least another play from the 45-yard line. I do see number 77 for Lakota West, the player who got his ankle or leg rolled up on earlier, back on the field, Christian O'Neill.
That's good.
See what they can dial up here, right? You have to think both teams would be suspecting that we might see Remy coming on some kind of post.
I would air it out, right?
Right? I mean, down the middle of the field, but last time they had receivers to the sidelines and gave him the open field in the middle.
Well, the thing is
we know he can outrun the defense. We saw it when it was called back.
Running a pass play here deep provides more options. Not only is there the option that they catch it and score a touchdown, but there's the option of a penalty.
Sure.
So if there's a defensive penalty, they get another play regardless of what time's on the clock.
So here we go. We'll see the Mason, only 3 guys rushing. They've got defenders a couple different spots. We're going to see a short gain to Giovanni Wilson, gain of about 5 as the half expires. So here we are from Firebird Stadium at the end of 2 quarters. Mason nothing and Lakota West nothing. We'll see you shortly.
Hey, Monica.
Hey.
Westchester wants to know, how do I rent the barn?
Well, Mulhauser Barn is a rental facility that Westchester owns. It was actually originally built in 1881, but the Westchester Township acquired it in 2008, and now we use it as a rental facility for weddings, graduation parties, any event you can think of. It's a seasonal facility open from April 1st through November 15th because there's no heating or air conditioning. You can find more information on availability, pricing, and scheduling a tour to visit Mulhauser Barn at westchesteroh.org. If you have a question about Westchester Wants to Know, visit any of our social media or visit our website.
Hey, Aaron.
Hello.
Westchester wants to know, I'm painting my house. Do I need a permit?
So a lot of questions come up on what requires a permit in Westchester. Again, the easy way to handle that is to call the Community Development Office at 513-777-4214 and speak with one of our property advisors. We're very happy to tell you when you don't need permits and when you do. In general, aesthetic items do not require permits in Westchester. Paint, new cabinets, siding, roofing, those kind of things generally do not require a permit. Where the permits come into play are more structural items. So if you're doing something structural, changes to the house, changes to the yard, then you might want to give us a call, see about permits. The nice thing is you don't have to worry. Residential permits in Westchester are no charge right now. So really, it truly is just trying to make sure that everything is done properly, up to code and safety for your family as well. Give us a call, and we'll be happy to lead you through whether you need a permit or not. Thanks for joining us this evening. If you have things you'd like Westchester Wants to Know to answer, please let us know via westchesteroh.org or any of our social media platforms.
Hey, Aaron.
Welcome back to Lakota West High School at Firebird Stadium for the second half of this matchup between Mason and Lakota West. Larry, after the first half, we're right where we started, 0-0.
Well, and I couldn't have been more wrong. For those of you who just tuned in, I made a prediction that we were going to see some offensive fireworks tonight, but it's been nothing but sound football on the defensive side of the ball. One thing that impresses me, Brent, with the whole half, each team only has one penalty. One penalty. West has a 1 penalty for 15 yards. Mason has 1 penalty for 5 yards. And that's pretty disciplined football.
You know, it is interesting, right? We talked about the defenses are first and third in the GMC, and if you look at the total yards in the first half, I guess that's what we should have expected.
Yeah, and Mason should be extremely pleased with the position they're in right now. The score is 0-0, and they're in the game, right?
So Mason kicks off. Remy brings it right up the gut, brings it out to the 33-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 Lakota West from the 34-yard line.
That was an awkward tackle. It looked like he might have been shaken up a little bit.
Yeah, it was. See what happens here. He just brought it straight up. Somebody reached around, got him by the bicep, and then landed on the back of his feet.
Yeah.
So I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, that looks pretty painful there. So here we go. 1st and 10 Lakota West from the 33-yard line. 11:54 to go.
Remy's
No
still out
score
there,
on the
so
board.
He's still out there, so
Yeah, prancing a little bit. So I think that landed on the back of his legs there. Was a little bit of pain, but as you mentioned, out there.
rub some dirt on it.
2 tight ends here, so we'll see what happens. Remy's going to run the ball. Cuts it back. Tried to sort of a jet sweep, right? They brought him across the formation, and then he came back across. Gains about 3 yards on the play.
Mason penetrated that defense into the backfield a little bit on that end, and he had to cut it inside.
So there you go.
Otherwise, he would have been roughed up a little bit.
See what happens there. Yeah, you see a couple guys. Number 1, Kai Woolfolk, we've talked about a couple times there. Didn't make the tackle, but he got an arm on him, forced him inside, and pushed him right into the other Comet defenders. So
yeah, looking at the stats, Kai leads the team with 7 tackles.
Wiles
and,
back to
and
pass.
1 sack. So that was a
good tackle there, right? It was a quick throw and catch, and it looks like what Lakota West trying to do a little bit of is get the ball out to a receiver, you know, not try those long passes, which weren't very successful, you know, when the ball went in the air a long time. Trey Barnett caught that ball, was able to gain about 3 yards again, so it looks like we're going to be 3rd and 4.
I expect to see West go back to the run a little bit here between the tackles. They had some pretty good success in the first half with that.
56 yards rushing for West, which you say, wow, not much. But if you remember, Mason only gives up 68 yards rushing a game, and there you go. Quarterback tried to draw and was actually tackled for a loss. You see the Mason coaches over there pretty excited on the sideline. Wiles takes the ball, takes a couple steps back, fires forward, and number 42 just threw his defender out of the way. That's Malachi Reed, and that was all she wrote. So Lakota West is going to be punting. Not sure what's happening here with Mason running a player up late.
They have 11 on the field or more.
You see the umpire kind of counting again, making sure. Punt to the 23-yard line. He's going to bring it right up the field. Pretty good gain. Going to get it back out to the 33 or 34-yard line. See where they actually spot him. They're going to spot him at the 35-yard line. Seems like there's been a lot of drive start right there, somewhere around the 33 to 35, right?
Yeah. And they start at the 35 and they stall at the 35 for some reason. So
interestingly enough, the Mason 3 and out on their side of on the defensive side.
Yeah.
So now Lakota West, see if their defense can bow their back and do the same.
You know, the way the game's going, you know, it would be reasonable expectation to see the defense make a play and score a touchdown, right? And have the defense score the touchdown, a touchdown.
Here we go. Quarterback is going to go down for a loss.
Wow, nice sack.
Look like Asbeck again. Jacob.
He had 2 in the backfield after him.
Yeah, Jacob's going to tackle him for about a 9-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd and 19 or 20.
I wonder if the wideout ran a go pattern when he should have stopped, because it looked like the quarterback was ready to throw the ball and he had no one to throw it to because the receiver was covered deep. But if he would have stopped, he would have been a good play. He would have been open.
Number 8, Cam Thomas, also in the backfield there for Lakota West. Yeah, They were unrealistic if they thought he could have that much time to pass for that pattern to go 30 yards downfield.
Right.
Here we go again. Brown, shotgun. He fakes the ball to the left. Another counter, as we've talked about before. Nice tackle. Lakota West came up. It looked like that might be number 20. You have Finn Mason again. That's 3 good tackles he's made. I was really surprised, Larry, when I looked that he was only credited with 2 tackles in the first half because we called them both out. They were both nice plays. Here's, once again, there you see him come up, took him right out at the hip and tackled him for a short gain, bringing up 3rd and 15. Gained about 4 on the play. See what they can do here. Lakota West looking to their sideline. Mason huddling up. Play clock down under 12 seconds. Not going to give Mason much time once they get line of scrimmage. They're in the shotgun again. Brown back. Looks like the receiver. Oh boy, good fake. He's just not going to go anywhere. Asbeck with a nice open field tackle. He's going to gain about 8 yards, but that was 3rd and 15.
Yeah.
So it's going to
4th and long again.
Yeah, and kind of interesting. Quinn Brown, the quarterback there, really looked like he tucked and ran pretty fast, needing 15 yards. So Asbeck with a nice tackle downfield, a couple other guys involved, but that's going to make it punting once again. So 3 and out the other direction. See what happens here. Now, remember, you mentioned earlier that Quinn Brown, the quarterback's also the left-footed punter and averaging 41 yards a punt. Another nice high punt. See what Remy can do. Remy's going to try to outrun him to the sideline.
Good coverage.
Yeah, pretty good coverage. Lakota West is going to start the ball amazingly in right around the 30-31 yard line. So once again.
The Mason punter had a 54-yard punt in the first half, but he's averaging 41 yards a punt. But what really impresses me about his ability is his hang time.
It is the hang time.
Yeah, and that's why they were able to stop Remy there, because they got down and set up downfield and were in the right position to make the tackle.
He actually stepped out of bounds at the 29-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 Lakota West from that spot. See if Lakota West tries to change something here, and they sure are. They've got I guess a wildcat formation here. Got Johnson at quarterback and advanced it for maybe a yard. So obviously trying to do something a little bit different.
By number 22, Braden Johnson.
See what if they go back to the basics a little bit more here, but just try to run it. And that's Kai Woolfolk. So there actually looked like there might have been a hole there for a decent gain, but boy, Woolfolk closed that from the backside, and that was it. And there's a reason he's committed to West Point to play football. Good football player there. So quick pass to Remy. Nice. He's going to get it downfield. Is he going to stay in bounds enough? Yeah, he sure does. Still in bounds.
Good move.
He's going to advance that ball for almost, 18, 19 yards. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Lakota West. The ball's going to be out at the 48-yard line.
Remy has a great jump cut, right? I mean, he gets the ball, he gets upfield, and then it's just a quickness, speed and quickness, which is impressive, and which is why he's a D1 player, right?
Yeah, he is. It's a little surprising. I think he's, it's a FCS commitment right now.
Oh, okay.
As a Division I player, but hey,
it's likely a scholarship commitment.
It sure is, and
so
there's his 4th catch today. It seems like he's the kind of player that you could see on a Saturday afternoon in the MAC be pretty successful. So I'm a little surprised that he hasn't gotten a little more activity there.
1st and 10, now a 1st and 15. These are drive killers, those little 5-yard mistakes that are preventable.
You're just going to see it. You saw the one guy kick his foot back as the guy came in motion. So there's 2 men moving. And as you said, 1st and 15 for Lakota West. The way the game has gone so far, definitely not what they're looking for. Not make it, making it a little more difficult for themselves. Right. Sam Wiles back in the shotgun again. Got
motion.
Gonzalez to his side. Just a little bit discombobulated is the term, I believe.
Right. Correct.
So Lakota West has called a timeout. You see some players.
Bolden is throwing his arms up and down. He's not real happy at this point. They just wasted a timeout in a 0-0 game.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not what you want to be doing here. And I think this is one of those things where, you've come out and said, okay, we came out, both teams 3 and out. Now you've got the ball. You've got a 1st down. It's like, let's go down there and score, because that's going to put a lot of pressure on Mason, because they've not shown anything close to scoring so far tonight. And then you get the 5-yard penalty, and then you come back after the 1st and 15, and you have to use a timeout because you got guys kind of in different directions. So I think that might be one of those, let's snap out of it. Let's make something happen here. Here's an opportunity that if they can put points on the board.
Well, West, I just don't see a lot of emotion out of the West players. I mean, and there's no reason not to play with a little emotion tonight. It's senior night. It's Mason, a local neighboring community rivalry.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy, there's a pick.
So if you saw what happened there, Wiles went back to pass. Giovanni Wilson was running downfield. Wilson thought he was open, and he was.
Ball was
unfortunately
short.
the safety was looking back in the backfield and stepped in front of Wilson to make the catch.
Yeah.
That's one of those where the receiver needs to make a play on the ball.
If he would have thrown it toward the sideline more, it might have been a completion.
Or we'll see this again. Or if number 4, Wilson, if he moves to the post, if he cuts back here to catch the ball, then he's going to collide with the defender, which likely is going to end up being a penalty on the defense there. That's 23, Javion Hendricks.
Okay, it's on the 37, of course.
So 1st and 10 Mason. 6:07 to go here in the 3rd quarter. As you mentioned, we spend a lot of time between the 30s. See if Mason can now make something happen here. Going to fake to the back, may throw back to him.
He's open.
He's going to throw it deep. He's got a receiver throwing deep open.
Wow,
Caught.
what a play.
Great play by, nice throw by Quinn Brown.
Put him in field goal range down to the 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line for Mason. So that was a
route. He was open from the get-go.
Great play there. They definitely pulled one out and puts themselves in scoring position for the first time tonight.
Yes,
So we'll see what Mason can do here now. Nice throw and catch. Good time protection for Quinn Brown. Here we go. Still in the shotgun. Going to try a similar formation. He's going to try to keep it himself, and there's just nothing there. They keep sending number 27, Brandon Dunn, all the way around. And not doing much with that. You wonder if eventually they're going to try to fake all the stuff over there and throw it out to him and see if
what are they setting up, right?
Yeah, right. So we'll see if they're able to do anything with 27 done. But here we go. 2nd down. 10 yards to go from the 16-yard line. As you mentioned, you think it's funny, 1st and 10 that you're talking field goal, but the way the game has gone, good cutback there from number 4. He's going to take that ball in. It's going to be 3rd and about 3 yards.
Yeah, that's a good run.
Inside the 10.
There was a pretty good hole created by the offensive line there, and he read it right. Good patience by the runner. Good blocking.
Number 2, Bakari Miles in on that tackle for Lakota West. So 7, making it a 3rd and 3 for Mason. Big play here. Right, you want to get the first down, but you don't want to do anything stupid either, right?
Yeah.
If you remember, Lakota West was in field goal range and had a loss and ended up missing the field goal. Quarterback rolls out, and again, he's got a couple receivers open. Nice catch. That's 88 again. So he's made a couple catches. Well, look at that. Mason has jumped into the lead here. That's Staley with his 2nd catch of the game.
It's a great throw. Great throw, right on the button there.
Good timing, good hands. We made one nice catch, and he had one that attacked him. So for him,
he looks a lot bigger than the program says. The program says he's 5'9", 170 pounds. He's every bit of 6'2".
Here we go. Mason lining up for the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. So with 4:36 to go in the 3rd quarter here from Firebird Stadium, Mason Comets 7, Lakota West nothing. I tell you, that's I think most people around this the GMC would be surprised to hear that.
Yes. Again, Lakota West offense needs to start running the ball again. They need to move the ball on the ground to set up the pass, and that's been their MO since I've been in Ohio. And run the ball, pass.
What's been interesting, they're averaging over 4 yards a carry, which is good, but that means you need 3 runs to get a first down.
Right.
And twice in the first half, they looked like they were moving the ball a bit, tried to throw the ball long, incomplete, and then put them in a position where they ended up with 4th down.
Yeah, but there were 2 series where they moved the ball really well down the field with the run game. And then it appeared they just stopped running the ball and started throwing the ball in that first half.
You know, and I get it. If either of those would have been successfully completed, it would be touchdowns, and it would be a different game. Here's Remy up the middle. Advances it out past the 30-yard line. So here we go again. Lakota West, they first time tonight, a little bit of pressure behind them now, right? I mean,
now they better play with emotion.
Feels like the offense has been going through the motions a little bit instead of emotion so far tonight.
Right.
So now we'll see what happens here. See if they if that pressure turns a little bit more into a diamond for Lakota West. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Wilson in motion. Going to see. Oh boy! Oh, that could be trouble.
Oh.
Ball was.
Lucky that fell.
Yeah. So it looked like Wiles might run the ball. Then he saw Remy open on the outside. Tried to stop and get it to him, and the ball was tipped in the air.
Yeah,
You'll see it here.
Lineman hit it?
I think it's number 40.
Yep. Good pressure.
From Mason. So yeah, that was good pressure. And Chris Ajabawa. So 2nd and 10 for Lakota West. Still got Junior Gonzalez in the backfield with Wiles. Going to do another one of those quick passes.
Yeah.
Caught for about a 3-yard gain, but nothing more than that. Ashton Sheffy was right there to tackle him as soon as he caught the ball. That's Trey Barnett with the catch.
Basic pass to the flat, if you will. Not far off the line of scrimmage, hoping for a missed tackle. Get some yards after catch.
Right, that's what you're doing, right? You try to throw the ball for 3 yards. It's like extended run, and if the guy can make one guy miss, you can get a nice play out of it. But 3rd and 7.
Put the ball in the hands of your best players. Many of those are your wide receivers.
So 5 wide this time for Lakota West. Rushing 4 looked like there was going to be a hold.
Yeah.
So even if they do complete the intercepted, wow. Intercepted at the 38-yard line.
They're going to decline that.
Yeah. Definitely was a hold in the backfield.
Yeah.
So the 2nd interception for Mason. Obviously a hold decline. We're going to see it here. You're going to see it to the right of your screen.
That's
number 8 there. I think this is what they're calling. Perhaps, yeah.
I think it was probably the guy that got tackled.
Well, they knocked him down. You're allowed to jump on him. So it looked like early, the first time through, it looked like I saw a jersey stretching on number 8.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we'll see. It looked fairly early. Can't tell here. We'll see. See, I'm not sure that. They didn't seem right there. There's where I think there's a hold. See his right arm being held backwards.
Okay.
And if you see the flag, he throws it, comes down, because he hadn't thrown it on the guy on the ground.
Yeah.
Here we go, Lakota West. Their defense, I saw Grant Bierman, 33, hustling out there. I think they're saying, hey, if the offense can't make it happen, we're going to make something happen here with 3:36 to go. Turn the ball over at their...
Look for Mason to start grinding again. They're going to start running the ball again. You watch.
See if they can... Yeah, they hadn't had much success doing that. Had a couple really nice pass plays.
They're going to burn that clock.
So here you go, hand
right
up the middle, and that's... good effort from number 4 there, but
their defense is doing nothing but dominating the Lakota West team.
That's
the offensive line, the run game, and the pass game now. The pressure in the quarterback when the quarterback passes, and when they can't run the ball. So why not just burn the clock?
So here we go. No gain on that play. Tackled by the interior of the Lakota West defense.
Their punter can put them inside the 20.
No, it'll be around the 30.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. There's a rule in this game.
It appears to be.
It has to be between the 30s.
So here we go, 2nd and 10. That same play we talked about before where he keeps moving. Wow. Tried to run the ball, and number 5 for Lakota West came off the corner. That is Drew Minnick from the cornerback position, and he just drills the running back.
He brought the lumber.
Before he even knew it was happening. So Drew with the tag. You see him coming off the corner.
So whammo.
And there he is. Nice tackle.
Nice tackle.
Loss of about a yard, so it's 3rd and 11, 2:28 and counting. Obviously, Mason is in no hurry. Up a touchdown, and the defense playing the way they have. They gave up 100 yards in the first half, and haven't given up near that much so far in the second half. So here we go. Brown back to pass. See what happens here. You know, he had a couple successes when it wasn't expected he was going to throw the ball. They haven't had much luck when he's actually on a passing down. But you know what? They're up 7-0 here in the third quarter. So more power to them, right? So they're going to punt.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, one of their best offensive weapons has been, or defensive, or whatever you want to call it, has been the punting game, right?
Yeah, putting him back. He's an excellent punter. And Lakota West really needs to get aggressive here and get after that ball.
Remy deep again. So Remy's made a couple plays out here. See if he can do something on the punt. But boy, as you mentioned, the punter has just had tremendous hang time. Back to punt. He kicks it away, not as high. Remy is able to step up, catch that ball around the 30. He's already to the 40, and there he is, out of bounds around the 43. So made it out of that that zone of 30 to 40 yard line.
Well, here's an opportunity for Lakota West. They have excellent field position. They really need to focus on moving the ball in chunks at a time, right? How do you do that? Do you want to use your run game? Pass, short passes, long passes? They need to find a way that works. And if you recall, the first half, all they did was run the ball. The first couple series, and they moved the ball very well.
It doesn't feel like Junior Gonzalez has seen it much since then, right? Back to pass, quick out. And so that was that's a play they've had some success with tonight also.
Right.
Remy, you got to be the defender has to be worried about him getting downfield or in the middle of the field. So he runs out there 6-7 yards, turns, catches it, and he's able to make the first guy miss and makes it an 11-12 yard run. So first and 10 for Lakota West from the Mason 46 yard line.
That's the right plan of attack. Get the ball into your most explosive players' hands and let them work. Let them do what they like to do.
And if they want to come up and if they want to try to play that tight, then he's going to get deep.
Yep.
Here we go again. They're going to hand the ball up the middle as you asked for. That's Braden Johnson. Not a whole lot there. He's going to get maybe 3. But you know now, you know what? And you're at their 43 yard line. So the way this game's gone, you might be in 4-down territory.
You catch them in the wrong defensive scheme. That 3 could be 13 or 30, right? So. And you may be, if you can continue moving it, you may be in 4-down territories. So here we go again. 2nd and 7. Back to passes. Sorry, I didn't even notice we had a change there. Interesting play there. That's number 15. I believe it's Nolan Parker went in there at quarterback, got hit as he threw it, and the ball went up in the air. Giovanni Wilson made I think, or it might have been, no, Trey Bornett, made a play on the ball. So fortunately, because that was a little scary for Lakota West. That could have easily been intercepted. And that was Woolfolk who, again, came and just delivered a blow on Parker. 2 or 3 white jerseys over there. So I don't know if something happened with Wiles or if they just made a change. I missed it. Parker back to pass. He's going to throw it across the middle of the field, and that was confusion. I think that was... late hit by someone there. We'll see if that's 57 or 42. I can't quite tell. Look, after the play, we'll see who they call it on, which team. 57 for Lakota West and 42 for Mason. Had a little extracurricular activity at the end. So we'll just see which way they move this. Looks like Lakota West, because otherwise it's 4th and 7. Yeah. And what I was going to say is 2 receivers were crossing. Neither of them looked like they were too sure. That was the wrong route. One of them ran what they're going to do. So what we had there was after the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Mason, and then personal foul on Lakota West. So those penalties will offset. Typically what that means is, the Mason guy said or did something, and the Lakota guy physically retaliated. Yeah. Just confusion here that both receivers in the middle of the field. Remy was, I don't know what that looked like for him, but a lot of activity there. So, again, didn't catch to see if something happened with Wiles. We might be able to check him out also here just to see if there's something more going on. Marquardt back to punt. See if he can keep. Good punt. You're going to try to keep it out of the end zone. Great play. Nice play there. I think that's Drew Minnick again, number 5. Yep. Yeah, Drew made a nice, he tried to catch it. Which would have put the ball about the 2 yard line, but he kept it out of the end zone. That was the most important thing. Now here's a real opportunity for Lakota West defense. And you can see that the Mason return man didn't fool anybody. Right? You have to at least look like you're going to make a play to try to deke anybody. But
Good job.
coverage. Good punt
Great punt, right? Punt high and gave the coverage man, Minnick, a great chance to get down there in front of it. So that's big. You know, the 52 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The last couple times, the defense has given Lakota West the ball in better position each time.
Yep.
So obviously, if they could stop them here, 3 and out, they're likely going to get the ball back in Mason territory.
Yeah, Mason's really needs to move the ball here because they do not want to punt in their backfield.
So maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah.
That time they actually started this play just outside the 5. Looks like they've gained maybe 1. We're 43 seconds to go in the quarter. Mason will have to run a second down.
Yeah.
So Eli Davis on the tackle, number 7 for Lakota West. 2nd and 9, Mason. This is one of those where Mason's going at a pretty deliberate pace. Doesn't matter. They have to run one more play.
Right. Seeing what you've seen, how does Mason make 9 yards in 2 plays?
The only thing I would try is that I would bootleg. Unless you bootleg to the tight end again, because that should be a ball that's almost impossible to intercept. Here we go. He's going to try to run the ball up the middle again, and same thing, same result. Now there's a couple guys pushing and shoving out there. Dakota West better keep their act together, because you sure don't want to do that when you've got them 3rd and 8 at your own 7-yard line.
doubt.
And that is the end of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters here from Lakota West, Mason 7, Lakota West 0. We'll be right back. So Larry, here we are back at Lakota West Stadium, Firebirds Stadium here on the campus of Lakota West. This has been a surprise, right? I mean, we knew we should expect some defense, but with 12 minutes to go, Mason Comets, 4-4 Mason Comets, are up 7-0 on the favored Lakota West Firebirds, who are 6-2 on the season. Lakota West, there's 12 minutes to go. It's a 1-score game. It's not huge, but it feels pretty important. They've got Mason pinned 3rd and 8 at their own 8-yard line or 7-yard line. So it seems pretty big here. If they can make them punt from back here, almost guarantees Lakota West to start their series in Mason territory. And we know tonight, the Lakota West offense needs all the help they can get.
Right, and it's always been a battle between the 30s, right? Like we've been joking around that each team starts around the 30 each time, and they stall around the 30. But here they have an opportunity to get the ball around the 50 or even closer or even further into Mason's territory. So they need to stand here and also seek for an opportunity, ball hawk, fumble, create something to happen here, because they really need a touchdown.
So here we go, 3rd and 8 from the 7-yard line. Brown back to throw the ball. He's going to do a reverse out. He's going to try to throw the ball to the tight end again.
That was a good play, but they covered it.
This time, Lakota West was all over it. And, recapping, they've had a couple nice plays, but when it's a passing down, they've not had much success. So here we go. He fakes right, rolls left, gets pressure, had no more time, and there's 88 Staley and number 44 for Lakota West, Micah Markley, right on him.
Good coverage, right?
No gain on the play, 4th and 8 from the 7. So heck, even if the punter got his first half average of 41 yards, Lakota West would start the ball in their territory. Punt is interesting. Here we go. Spins back up. Remy, good idea, right? He caught the ball at the 42 and made a fake to the left and just ran up the sideline and got about 10 yards. Looks like Lakota West is going to start at it is at the 30-yard line that we talk about.
Yeah.
It's just this time they're starting at the Mason 30. So let's just go back and talk about that real quick. Great punt by Lakota West. Outstanding coverage by Drew Minnick. Pinned them back to the 5-yard line. 3 and out on defense, which we've seen a lot of both ways tonight. And they give the ball back to Lakota West offense. And there it is, 12. Wiles is back in there. We see Remy 1 out there. We see 24, Junior Gonzalez. 3 other receivers to the left, including Barnett in the middle. Giovanni Wilson.
This is their best opportunity since the beginning of the game.
Oh, that looked like, yeah, Giovanni Wilson did a nice move. So what they did, and you see Wiles pump fakes. At that point, the receiver turns like he's going to stop, and then when he's tried to go on downfield, the defender just grabbed him.
Yep.
So that's going to be defensive holding. It's going to advance the ball for Lakota West.
10.
They're going to move it down. So that was it may well have been a good defense, but you're going to see this pump fake right then. There it is. At that point, the receiver fakes stopping, and then it continues down the field, and the defender was Lakota West lucky there. Do you see that? He got a hand to the
face.
Yeah, hand to the face. Looks like there's I don't know why we're stopping here. Timeout, or is it? Take that back. There, it looks like there's an injured Mason player. Oh. See if it's Mason or Lakota West, but it's all the way at the far sideline, down inside the 10-yard line. So it's possible. Let's see. It looks like the Lakota West guys are heading out there. So must be Lakota West, one of the receivers downfield. See if we can get so definitely Lakota West. Don't know what happened that far downfield. See if we can get a view there. Looks like, is that Remy?
It's cramping.
Cramping, yeah. You know, I noticed after he did the punt return last time, and then he caught the quick pass. You could see him kind of.
You remember he had that awkward tackle though.
Yeah. Were they on the back of his legs?
And they fell on his back of his legs. That could be something to do with it.
So obviously not something that Lakota West wants. He's clearly tonight been your most explosive player, 4 or 5 catches.
He's a go-to guy.
But just being a cramp, hopefully that just takes him out for a play, maybe 2. Yeah, it looks like he was running deep, so I doubt there was much contact down there. There wasn't any reason for contact on that side. That wasn't where the ball was being thrown. Kind of limping it off. So hopefully there's something he can do. Lakota West, though, after the penalty, 1st and 10 from the Mason 30-yard line, now the 20-yard line. So here we go.
Thanks to a penalty.
Wiles is back out there. You see Johnson out there, 22, Braden Johnson. In the backfield with him. 2 receivers stacked left. Barnett in front. Means we must have at least a tight end. We got 2 backs in the backfield, it looks like. So 2 guys back there with the quarterback, or I guess one maybe kind of flanked out. Quick handoff to that side. It's Braden Johnson. Just not much there. He kept his feet moving, so he gets maybe 2.5, 3 yards.
You have to hand it to that Mason defense. They're not being fooled by any fakes. They're not being fooled by any
you're going to see
misdirection. They're really attacking the ball.
I mean, two guys pulling. And you know what, though? That's number 1, again, came from behind the play. So he's playing middle linebacker. He came from behind the pulling guards and made the tackles. Lakota West had some blocking in front of the receiver, or the running back. He just couldn't get there. Here we go again. Going to run it up the middle again, and just nothing there.
Nothing.
I think he lost a yard or 2. So I think it's going to be 3rd and 8. See what happens there. Looks like spot him back even, so 3rd and 10. Big play here. 10:44 to go.
Maybe West has not made as much progress on the ground because Mason made some adjustments.
That was just a nice play right up the middle. 42, it looked like, for Mason. Defensive lineman was able to penetrate there. Malachi Reed, we've called his name a couple times.
I'm not sure what adjustments they've made, but
so Remy on his back out there, man coverage. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. See what happens. They're going to throw to one of those guys. It looks like he's going to be just short of the 1st down, so I think we're going to have 4th and 1. You got to go for it here, right? 10 minutes. I know you need 2 scores, but see where they spot him. It's probably 2, probably 4th and 2 where he gets it. That was Giovanni Wilson. He stumbled a little bit, and that was a good mark. I think if he would have been able to have his feet under him, he might have got a little bit closer. So here they are. Wiles is under center. Going to hand the ball right off to Junior. Junior, yep, there you go. See what they spot. At first it looked like he had it, and then all of a sudden the official came in from the sideline and kind of came in sideways. I'm not sure. He's short of the 10, so the question is, does he need the 10 or did he need a... And he did. He needed the 10, did not get it.
Well, here we are.
Boy, I want to see that again. sure looks like. So there he is,
Yeah,
14,
cuts inside.
13, 12, 11, still moving forward. Well, he got turned sideways there behind his own guy. I mean, regardless of anything else, good defense, right? I mean, no angle there to be able to tell, but you can see where the ball's spotted. It is spotted right on outside the 10.
Yeah.
Coach Bull not happy. See if the defense can do it again, right? Now with 9:40 to go, Mason starts out at their own 10-yard line. Lakota West defense being called on once again to try to make something happen. Here we go again. Runs right up the middle. Got a little bit there. Might have got 2, which has been a pretty good run for them up the middle tonight.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to grind and burn the clock and play that great defense. They're going to hope. When's the last time you've seen Lakota West shut out?
Yeah,
that's been
St.
a long
X
time.
game this morning, or earlier this year. But yeah, it's been a challenge. They actually gave him a short 4, long 3. So, do that 3 times, and they'd be in pretty good stead. Mason, that would be huge if they could turn a first down here. Going to run the ball again up the middle. Guy tries to bounce it, doesn't get past the 15. So maybe got a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 5 again.
3rd and 5, yeah. So look for that bootleg again, right? I mean, it seems to work.
It's worked. It didn't work the last time. So you wonder if you got something else over there you can dial up. Clock continues to run at 8:30.
It was completed, but they had it covered, right? It's a safe play down here.
Remy looks like he's ready to get out there and return a punt, so he's hopeful that his defensive comrades here will make something happen. 3rd and a long 5 to go. Mason back to pass, drop straight back, blitz off the outside. Is that Minnick again? And I think somebody from the other side. Minnick from the left, defensive left, but I think somebody else, maybe Elijah Davis, 7, came from the other side there.
That was a backside blitz there.
Yeah, so I think what happened is the Brown saw Minnick coming, and when he turned to his left, there was Elijah Davis with the sack. So nice play by Lakota West. Defensive coordinator definitely dialed up a nice play there.
Yep.
They're going to be punting again from their own 10-yard line. Remy is standing out there around the 45-yard line of Mason. So see if he can, the key to their punt return, if you catch the punt, the punts haven't been real long in the air, but there's one. Line drive to him again. He's going to have a play. There he got a little room.
Yeah.
Going to take the ball again. They're going to be inside the 30-yard line.
At the 25, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be, it's going to be halfway home from there also.
Yeah. Wow. Late hit.
Late hit, yeah, that was tackled. Hopefully Remy's okay. That looks like they got an arm around him. Boy, that was a mistake by Mason, right? I mean, you're already going to have the ball inside. Horse collar is what they actually call it. Yeah. Now, let's see that again, because
that'll put it around the 10.
Yeah, so here you go. So Remy, I mean, you could see a couple blocks there. Nice job.
Why would they do that?
There he is.
Right on the side.
Yeah, he's going to take him out anyway, and not only do it, but he threw him down with it. Just, by the time he throws him down, he's out of bounds.
Yeah.
So he gained nothing, and he just gained nothing. He just cost his team 13 yards or so. See where they spotted actually, 11-yard line?
11, 12.
So Lakota West is right back where they were before the punt, right? They turned it over at the 10 on 4th down. So now they're at the 12. So I guess they lost 2 yards. Boy, you would.
Now they got to get it in here, right?
I mean, and isn't this a time where you got to be able to put the ball in the end zone?
A must score.
There's Wiles back. He's going to roll to the right. He's throwing the ball out to Wilson. Get him a running start. Makes somebody miss. Nice play by Giovanni Wilson. He's going to get close to the 5. Wow.
It's a good play.
He made it. He made somebody miss, right?
But Mason had, even though they got 5-6 yards, that was covered. That was a good play.
Wilson made the jump cut like you talked about earlier. There he comes in motion. They throw it out to him. The defender, they had a guy out there. Yeah. He made one guy miss at the 11, and there he is, 10, all the way down inside the, to the 5-yard line.
That one guy may have missed a tackle, but he did prevent a touchdown. So.
Now I assume you're going to run it, right? Because you're at the 5, but it's 2nd and 3. There's a first down to be got.
Right.
So wouldn't you think you push the ball inside 3 times? You just can't have a mistake here.
Well, again, you know, here using a play out of Mason's playbook, a bootleg option pass. Oh, that's a touchdown.
Oh, nice catch by
Nice
Gilbert.
catch. There you go.
That is number 88 for Lakota West, and Luca Gilbert, who's got a number of big-time Division I offers.
Made a play.
That was a little harder than it needed to be.
Yeah, it
right?
was. Well,
He broke open. Nice
right where
catch,
he needed to.
kept the ball in the air, kept in bounds. I mean, that's just a nice play by Gilbert. It was a good throw, but
how about the camera work of this Westchester
Wow.
TV crew, right? That was a great shot. Oh, no.
There's it. It's good.
He doinked it, but it went through. How about that?
But
nice job, guys.
What's interesting about this catch, right? I mean, he threw the ball on the money, but you didn't need to be that precise. He could have given it a yard back. He would have caught it, not went to the ground.
Yeah.
So he made it a tough play, but Luca Gilbert was up to the task.
Yeah.
So with 6:28 to go here in the fourth quarter, Lakota West has tied it at 7. We'll see that kick again. Benner, we've talked about what a good kicker he is. You see this, and just made it inside. So that was close.
Yeah.
That could have been big. Now, see what happens here. Benner, most of the year, has kicked these balls into the end zone for a touchback. I suspect that's what you would want based on the amazing performance of the Lakota West defense. Almost matched play by play by the Mason defense, right? I mean, Lakota West, 2nd and 3 at the 5, had to reach into the bag of tricks and throw the ball to the tight end with a nice throw and catch.
Speaking of amazing performances, this Westchester TV crew is doing a fabulous job. They always do. I always enjoy coming out and watching what they're doing. I really appreciate everything they've done and continue to do. That was pretty deep in the end zone.
That was pretty deep in the end zone. So Mason will start at their own 20, so not at the 30. Maybe they'll do 30 just because. But and if you think about this, Mason has started the last 3 times, 5, 10, and now 20. So with a offense that has struggled and against a defense that's played well, that's huge to make them start the ball this far back, because we know if you can 3 and out, that means, and if Remy catches the ball with the way he's returned it, you'll probably have a chance to start in midfield.
Yeah, but which team's going to find the magic formula to make the ball move past the 50?
So
they both have outstanding defense, and the offenses are just being stifled.
He's going to try to throw back across his body, not caught. Incomplete pass, stops the clock here still in high school at 6:22.
The
2nd and 10.
The quarterback had plenty of time there. I think if he'd have just slowed down a little bit and settled down.
You can see it here, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's got plenty of time.
He could have thrown if he throws this ball a foot higher.
Yeah.
They get a nice gain. Unfortunately for Mason's offense, they did not. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 20-yard line. You know, it felt like Mason really kind of put the ball in cruise control there on offense the last couple series, and it hurt them.
Yeah.
See what they do now? They do run the ball up the middle, and there's just nothing there against Lakota West. Again, maybe he got a yard. It looks like they're spotting him past the 20, barely.
Barely, yeah.
Once again, that was Chase Blevins running the ball up the middle. You'll see it here. There's Asbeck coming from that side. There's Bierman, 33, just piling it up. You see a couple of the guys there from Lakota West, 72. Jonas Griffith stacking them up, standing up the defender.
Yeah, they're not going to get much in the middle. They're going to have to throw the ball.
3rd and 9 for Mason from their own 21-yard line with 5:44 to go. Looks like Mason's going to use a timeout.
All right.
So now each team has used a timeout here. So if you're Mason, 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9.
They have not had much for 3rd and 9, right? I mean, they've had a couple longer plays, but they weren't 3rd and 9.
The tight end play.
Yeah, but they weren't 3rd and 9.
No.
So that was the only one that was a 3rd and long. So now the last 2 times that play hasn't worked.
No, they've got it covered.
So I think 3 out of so they've had 2 successes: the touchdown and the first 25-yarder. They had one in the first half where ball hit him in the hands and he dropped it, and then 2 have failed this time. So, but I mean, if it's worked 2 out of 5, that may be a pretty good number Have you seen anything else?
No, but it seems reasonable to me that maybe a 3-step drop and a slant here to get the ball across.
What about that rollout that they had last time where he didn't set himself and he underthrew the guy? That would have been good for 9 yards. Yeah. Mason's got one receiver wide left, 3 bunched to the right. One in motion outside. Here goes from the under center. They're going to roll out again. See if not seeing much there. Just intercepted. Let's see what we got. I think the quarterback was out of bounds. Let's see what they spot. It looks like the quarterback was out of bounds and sacked.
Yep.
Before he released the ball for the interception.
If you guys can get a shot of that, Bolden thinks he was in the end, but let's look here. Here's a replay.
So we're going to see.
He's rolling. There's the sideline.
Nope, oh, no. It's in. It's interception, and that's what the officials have talked, and that's what they're going to rule. That was
our video replay showed him in.
Look, as you mentioned, what a great. It just perfectly there. He's in the air.
Oh,
ball was tipped and intercepted.
Nice.
So Lakota West first down at the 40-yard line of Mason. Wiles is going to roll out to the right. It's funny. It looked like he had a little room to go, but boy, number 1 closes quick from the middle. I think Wiles started rolling out there thinking he had some yards, and then here came Woolfolk again. So he ended up throwing the ball high over the intended receiver's head, out of bounds, second down.
He's a force to be reckoned with. That's why he's in the middle. He plays all sides.
You'll see him here come charging up. There he is.
Yeah.
As Wiles.
You need to know where that guy is all the time.
If Wiles crossed the line of scrimmage, he was going to be there. Remy left, 3 receivers right. Junior Gonzalez, there it is, Remy.
Nice shot.
So you're going to have some successes there. He tries to reach out the ball, see how far he gets with it. The defender slipped.
Just short, it looks like. Maybe a yard or 2 short. But still.
You'll see the.
This is a manageable third down, right?
Yeah, quick throw. The defender had slipped, which gave Remy all the room he needed. And there he is, always thinking, right? Inbounds, but he reaches forward, and they gave him the spot all the way down to the 32, so 3rd and 2.
Football IQ.
Ball's out of bounds. Clock stopped with 5:21 to go. 3 receivers right, Remy left. Gonzalez in the backfield with Wiles. Tried the hard count, see if they could get a free one. Did not. Wiles back. He's just going to throw it quickly to Remy. Oh, boy.
He hung it up a little too high for him, I think.
The good news for Lakota West is Remy caught the ball and it's a first down. Right. The bad news is he is not going to be sending a holiday card to the quarterback on that one.
No, that was
all he had to do is throw it right to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we'll see it.
That play there, if they take a look at it, the slant is wide open on that. He could have, 5-7 yards out and cut in the middle, slant in the middle. That would have been totally wide open.
The question is, do you want to cut to the middle that close to the line of scrimmage with Woolfolk kind of roaming around out there?
Cut at an angle.
Yeah.
Run a post pattern.
Here you go. Wiles back to pass again. Woolfolk splits him. He avoids him. Wiles is going to outrun the defensive lineman. It's a big gain. First down. Still on his. Oh, boy.
Block in the back.
So for the second time tonight, Lakota West is going to have a touchdown called back.
Because of a clip.
I don't know why Mason's coaches are out on the field. That must be a new rule they've got here in the GMC.
Yeah.
So we'll see where the actual penalty is spotted from. It's probably going to be about a 1st and 5.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be maybe a 1st and 5. Because it looked like the flag is marked past the line to gain. So I'm guessing, yeah.
But I think it's going to come back.
Yeah, it'll be a 1st and 5 or a 1st and 6. And meaning all the way back here, right? So, because it's a 10-yard penalty. It's a hold, so it should be a 10-yard penalty from the spot, which is, see where they actually spot it. Okay, 1st and 8.
Okay.
Boy, once he avoided Woolfolk, you knew Mason was in trouble, right?
That was a good spin out there.
Yeah, and then you knew he was going to outrun 92, and we'll see right there, somewhere there is where they called it.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, one of those 2 guys. So here you go, 1st and 8, 4:36 to go, tie game. Wiles back. Quick throw out there to Trey Barnett. If he kept his feet, I think his knee's down.
That's a good play. Got 7 yards out of the deal there.
Yeah, it's going to be a 2nd and 2. 2nd and 3. See where they actually spot it.
Wow, he got further.
Yeah, I think let's look here. I think his knee might touch down when he first hits the guy. Right there.
Oh, his shin did, yeah.
Yeah. So there you have it. Clock running. It will be under 4 minutes on this next play. But because of that 1st and 8, 2nd and 4 for Lakota West.
Good spot to be in right here.
2 timeouts each.
Look for a run up the middle. Nope.
I mean, not that you want it, but they are in.
Nice move.
Wow.
Nice
How
move.
about that for Wiles? It's going to be
Nice
first
move.
down at about the 11.
Good move.
2 plays in a row, Wiles has made somebody miss in
That
space.
was essentially a quarterback draw, right? I mean,
Sure
it may
was.
have been a pass play, but if no one's open, you run it, right?
So here he is. And if this guy, you're right, there's Wolfel got
Yep,
pushed out.
he got
There's
him.
the
He caught him.
defender. 44 in the middle there was just got fooled.
And
Wiles had enough shake and bake.
he used their aggressiveness against him. They over-penetrated. He ran right past him.
So 1st and 10 from the 11. Wiles back to pass again. He's going to throw the ball to Remy in the end zone. Oh,
Wrong
boy.
shoulder.
Yeah, if he would have got it over the outside shoulder, I think that would be 6. Remy almost
He almost got it.
right? He turns
Which
all
is
the way
impressive in itself.
turns all the way back around and gets his hands on it. But just didn't know exactly where it is when he knew it was not in front of him.
Yeah. Good distance.
2nd and 10 from the 11. Clock stopped with 3:21 to go. You know, worst case, right? You're definitely in Benner's field goal range,
Yeah,
but
certainly.
if that's what's going to have to happen, you sure want to use a little more clock. Going to roll out here right. Giovanni Wilson, that same play they did earlier. See if he can make somebody miss. He does.
move.
Gets
Good
down to
move.
the 5.
Yeah.
See where they spot him, maybe the 6. So it's going to be, they can get a first down, close to the 1. There's,
It's about 3rd and 5 now.
it's going to be about 3rd and 4, you know, right? Because they can get the first down, or 3rd and 5 at the 6, I guess maybe. Clock is running under 3 minutes now.
If I was West, I would let that clock run because you know you're pretty good chance of at least a field goal here.
Well, Mason does have 2 timeouts left. See what they do here. He's just going to try to run the ball himself up the middle. He gets stopped. Boy, got stopped. It looked like you might get a little more than that. Got stopped right at the 3.5.
What do you do?
Oh,
I kick it.
Well, I think what you do is you let the clock run down to 1. You take your timeout,
Yeah.
and then I think you kick. Because if you let the clock run, you're going to be well under 2 minutes. But I sure I let this 24 seconds continue to run here
Right.
before I ever kick. And some people prefer not to use the timeout, just to snap the ball with 1 or 2 left. But clock now under 2 minutes. 10 seconds still on the play clock.
You saved a timeout.
Save a timeout. Hopefully you don't need it, but hey,
It's good.
kick is up and good.
Good job. What a battle, Brent. You know, I expected fireworks, but this is much better.
There you go. Well, there you go. The light flashing.
Right.
Is that your fireworks?
Yeah, there you go. It's a great battle. 2 really good teams. You know, Mason's record isn't reflective of their actual ability, in my opinion. The 4 losses they've had, I can't imagine who they were, what the scores were during the game. But they're really performing tonight very well.
Well, their defense is strong.
Yeah,
They just
exactly.
don't have much offense.
Right.
And it is hard to win games when you can't put points on the board.
You know, but they had enough offense to put West on their heels.
Put them on the
and
heels here in the
start
4th
sweating.
quarter.
Yeah, and it's still not over. There's still a minute 46. A lot can happen.
So here we are from Lakota West. Lakota with their first lead of the night on the successful kick from number 19, Braden Benner. Takes a 10-7 lead over Mason with a minute 46 to go here in the 4th quarter. Benner also will kick off. Braden has pretty consistently put this ball into the end zone, make him start at the 20. I think that's probably what Coach Bolden would like to see here. Don't give him an open field play. Kick is going to be deep into the end zone. So
Great kick.
as usual, Mason's going to have to start at their 20 again. So minute 46, 2 timeouts. You're Mason. You have to do something different, right?
You got to put someone down the field and get the ball to them. How do you do that against this Lakota West defense?
That rollout has had some guys open, so maybe you do that rollout again and try to get some yards there. I mean, it's not like a rush, right? Because the clock stops for first down, stops for out of bounds. You have 2 timeouts. So you have some time to work with here.
Maybe a razzle-dazzle play.
They do have 4 receivers, 1 back in the backfield with Brown. Lakota West back. We're going to see he's going to run this first slant. Tried to throw it at Drew Minnick and nothing there. I mean, that would have taken a perfect throw on that slant to have any kind of success there. So 2nd and 10 for Mason. Little surprised that's the guy they picked on. Try to do that, but they haven't really tried that play much tonight, so I guess maybe trying to do something different. 2 receivers each way this time for Mason. So 1 back in the backfield with Brown. Comes the snap, got some pressure, got some more pressure. He's being flushed out, got hands on him. He's just throwing it into the Lakota West bench.
Well, one thing that surprises me is the Mason wide receivers, they look like they're caught with a deer in the headlights when the quarterback's rolling around and they run their route and they just stop. They need to move to some open space, right? I mean, at this level, in this division of high school football, that should be a given. I mean, they should know that instinctually.
You would think that was number 9, Gabe Flores, with the pressure. Here we go, 3rd and 10. Obviously 4-down territory here with 1:35 to go. 3rd and 10 from their own 20. Mason back to pass. Brown's had to leap.
Oh.
Wow. So that was interesting, right? The quarterback kind of leaped up, threw it, and the defenders mistimed it. It was a successful catch.
It was a great catch.
Gain out to the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10 Mason at the 37. 1:29 to go, out of bounds.
If his momentum was moving more upfield instead of the sideline, we may have a bigger story here.
Could have been interesting.
Yeah.
So here we go, 1st and 10 Mason, 37-yard line. See if Lakota West can make something happen here. There's in motion. They're going to try to throw the ball. Oh, Minnick stepped in front, read it perfectly, and wasn't able to catch it. I think ball came pretty hard, intended for Blevins, number 10. See Brown again here throw that.
The quarterback's really tunnel visioning in on a particular wide receiver.
Sure was.
That's not something you want to do with a defense like this.
I think Minnick might have hurt his fingers. That ball came at him pretty hard. I think sometimes you're surprised, right, when they just throw it right. Yeah. I mean, he jumped the route, and the ball came right at him hard. So here we go again, 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. 1:24 to go. Lakota West up 3. Mason's going to roll out to the right. Receivers are rolling with him. Does not catch it.
Nope.
Incomplete. That was Blevins again, number 10. Chase Blevins was unable to pull it down.
3rd and long.
I'll tell you, number 12, Quinn Brown is he's definitely given everything he's got out here, and it was a pretty good throw. Just couldn't make it happen. So here we go again, 3rd and 10 again.
Really, they don't need it all at once. They've got 2 plays. This is 2-play territory.
They've got, you're right.
Yeah, so they can really get 8 yards and figure out another play. They don't need all of it here.
Quinn Brown back to throw. A lot of pressure quick. Nice defense. That's Grant Bierman, 33.
Nice job. That was a great screen setup.
So 2 things happened there.
He read it totally all the way.
2 things happened there. Because it was a screen, you allowed Quinn Brown, your quarterback, to get drilled, and setting up 4th and 11. They're going to take a timeout here. And then Grant Bierman just blew up the screen. Look at that. Went around 2 blockers and hit the running back right at the same time he caught the ball. Nice catch. Was a tough catch, actually.
Yeah.
And actually lost him a yard, but here you go. Yeah, but watch the quarterback. So they did, so Mason has taken the timeout here, and the reason they're taking a timeout is this is it, right? 4th down, or it's the first this is it.
Yeah.
4th down here, 10 yards to go, maybe 11. Yeah, that was that play didn't work well for a lot of reasons, right? I mean, your quarterback's been beat up tonight already. And now here, before he has to make a huge play, you just got him drilled. So here we go, 4th and 10, 4th and 11, probably, obviously, 57 seconds to go. If Lakota West stops him here,
it's victory for me.
Mason only has 1 timeout. It would just be a matter of victory formation. See what happens here. Lakota West has those 2 lines, right? One, you don't want them to get the 11 yards, but obviously you really don't want them to get 63 yards. See how they play this a little bit. You'd think the safeties, you see Tabron Benny over here, number 3, who led Lakota with tackles in the first half. Guess he'll play back a little bit. Trying to get everything square here. 101 is how they reset the clock at the timeout.
Okay.
So Quinn Brown back. 3 receivers right, 1 left. 1 back, blocking in the backfield with him. Good pressure again from Lakota West. Incomplete pass. So good pressure, but you know what? Brown put the ball in the receiver's hands.
He did, and he just didn't catch it.
I think there was a lot of things going on out there, right?
There were some distractions between
couple defenders.
the ball and the receiver, but you got to only focus on the ball.
But if you look at that, Bierman probably got it. Did he get a hand on it?
Tipped it. I think he got a hand on it. Yeah.
Grant Bierman, 33, looks like he definitely made the play. We'll see it again here.
Yep.
But just to reset, Lakota West 10, Mason 7, 55 seconds to go. Lakota West ball, and Mason only has the 1 timeout. So all you have to be able to do is take 2 or 3 snaps here and kneel down.
Yeah, and like I said, I may have missed the fireworks, and I was wrong, but this has been a really, really hard-fought, good game to watch. Fun game to call, right? Defensive games are some of my favorite. I'm a defensive-oriented guy, and I love a strong defensive battle, and this was a strong defensive battle tonight.
Sure was. Looks like Lakota will have to see if they do take the timeout or not. Mason, it looks like they're not going to. Lakota West will have to snap the ball 1 more time if Mason doesn't use that timeout. You see Tabron Benny Powell, number 3, deep. That's your ultimate safety, just in case something happened. I don't know if you saw that Miami-Florida game where they handed off instead of kneeling down, and they fumbled, and the other team scored to win.
Oh, wow.
So remember, it happened in a pro game years ago. So 2 good kneels, and there you have it. Clock is going to run out. Mason's not going to use that last time out. Wow. So defensive struggle, but all the points, or at least all West points here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
But
neither team has anything to be disappointed about. I think it was a hard-fought game on 2 strong defensive units, and the score reflects that, right?
There is a reason this was the number 1 and number 3 defense in the GMC coming into this game.
This
right?
Clearly evident tonight.
It wasn't just poor offense, right? The defenses made plays and made it very difficult for the offense.
When you can stop a team from running the ball, you can limit their scoring quite a bit.
So to wrap it up, from Lakota West High School, tonight's GMC matchup, Lakota West 10, Mason Comets 7. Good night, everybody.